From Seed to Plant by Gail Gibbons. Most plants make seeds. A seed contains the beginning of a new plant. Seeds are different shapes, sizes, and colors. All seeds grow into the same kind of plant that made them. So a sunflower seed grows into a sunflower, and an acorn grows into an oak tree. Many plants grow flowers. Flowers are where most seeds begin. So here's an example of a zinnia, an apple tree, a dandelion, aster. A flower is made up of many parts. At the bottom of the pistil are the tiny egg cells called ovules. In the center of the flower is the pistil. The sticky part at the top of the pistil is called the stigma. This is called the petal. Stamens make yellow powder called pollen. The parts of the flower around the pistil are called stamens. Before a seed can begin to grow, a grain of pollen from the stamen must land on the stigma at the top of the pistil of the flower, like itself. This is called pollination. Pollination, pollen, stigma, pistil, stamen. Pollination happens in different ways. Often, wind blows pollen from flower to flower. Bees, other insects, and hummingbirds help pollinate too. While they visit flowers for their sweet juice called nectar, pollen rubs onto their bodies. So here a bee is getting some nectar out of this flower, and he also gets pollen on his body. And then here the bird is getting pollen on their paws while they get some nectar out of the flower. So pollen is all around the bee, and then there's the pistil, and then the bird is getting pollen. They then carry the pollen to another flower where it comes off into its pistil. If a pollen grain from a flower lands on the pistil of the same kind of flower, it grows a long tube through the pistil into an ovula. This is the beginning of a seed. So here's the oval, then there's the tube and the pollen grain. The seeds grow inside the flower, even as the flower begins to die. As the seeds become bigger, a fruit or pod grows around them. The fruit or pod protects the seeds. So this is a pod. Some of you may have seen pods before, like green beans, like if you ever get fresh green beans and snap them, that's a pod, okay? And then there's the fruit that's going to come out of the middle of the flower. When the fruit or the pod ripens, it breaks open and the seeds are ready to become new plants. Some seeds fall to the ground around the base of the plant where they will grow. Some pods or fruits open up and the seeds pop out. Sometimes when birds eat berries, they drop the seeds. Other seeds fall into streams, ponds, rivers, or the ocean. There they travel on the water until they stick to dirt along a shore. The wind scatters seeds. Some seeds have fluff on them that lets them float to the ground like tiny parachutes. Others have wings that spin as they fall. Animals help scatter seeds too. They hide acorns and nuts in the ground. Some seeds have hooks that stick into the fur of animals or people's clothes. Later, they drop off onto the ground. A flower bed or vegetable garden is beautiful. Seeds are planted to grow the gardens. The seeds come in small envelopes or boxes. Directions explain how to plant the seeds and to care for the plants. The beginning of a plant is curled up inside of each seed. Food is stored inside the seed too. The seed has a seed coat on the outside to protect it. So here's where the food is, and then this is the beginning of the plant, all curled up inside the seed, and then this outer purple layer is the seed coat. A seed will not sprout until certain things happen. First, it must be on or in the soil. Then it needs rain to soak up the seed and soften the seed coat. When the sun shines and warms the ground, the seed coat breaks open and the seed begins to grow. This is called germination. A root grows down into the soil. The soil takes in water and minerals from the soil of the food. From the soil for food. Sorry, y'all. And then so this is the roots. And this is germination, where the seed is starting to actually take sprout. Up grows a shoot. Green leaves grow up from the shoot towards the sun. So here is the shoot coming up. This is the green stem, so to speak, of the plant. And then up above are the leaves, and they're always going towards the sun. The plant grows bigger and bigger. The leaves make food for the plant from the water and the minerals in the soil, the sunlight, and the air all around the plant. Finally, the plant is full grown. Buds on the plant open into flowers where the seeds will grow. Many of the foods people eat are seeds, fruits, and pods. They are full of nutrition, vitamins, and minerals, and they are tasty too. And this is how you can take from a seed to plant project. So you would take your seeds and then you'd rinse them, and then you'd put them in some dirt, and then you would watch them grow. And then you put the dirt into like a bigger pot. You put them into a bigger pot, and then you carefully put those smaller plants into that pot, and then you water them and make sure they have sun, and you can watch them grow some more. And then here's some more information about seeds and plants.